Hi guys, Laura Hudson here with AFC Essentials, popping in today to talk about how to binge-proof stressful times. Do you find yourself turning to food when you're stressed? Well, you're not alone. Guess what? Food is very convenient and it's always there. We've probably maybe you have, noticed that whenever you needed a friend or needed something, like some comfort, food was there for you and it always tastes, pretty good. So I'm going to go through 6 ways to binge proof your way through stressful times. So number 1 is get the junk out. When you clean up your environment, making healthier choices is easier. If you know me, I'm not about denial at all. I don't like to tell myself that I can't have something because then I just want it more. So when I explain that to people, they get a little stressed out because they think, wait a minute, if I see brownies or cookies or cake, I'm going to want to eat it. Those are my trigger foods. So I always recommend keeping those trigger foods or unhealthier foods out of sight. If someone in your house really wants to have those unhealthy snacks, ask them to keep them in the cabinet or a drawer or just out of sight, out of mind. And if you explain to them what you're doing and why you don't want to see them all the time, maybe your healthier choices will start to rub off on them, which is always cool. Plan activities that make you feel good. So keep your routine as normal as possible, even when stress is high. So, for example, I'm going to see our accountant in a week. I've got to have my taxes ready, and I'm not much for preparing. So I'm making sure this week that I don't skip my workouts, that I still eat healthy and eat healthy snacks, and that I get, other things done so that when I'm done with my tax work, at the end of next week, that I'm not like feeling overloaded because I, didn't get other things done that were important. So keep things as routine as possible, because things like workouts, healthy eating, that actually helps us feel better. And if you need to shorten your workout routine or something, fine, but just make sure you still get it in and make sure you move every day. Get out when it's nice, call or text friends and family if you're feeling down. If you tend to overeat when you feel stressed or emotional, that regular exercise and activity and doing things with others can help increase those happy chemicals in the brain and reduce emotional eating and binge eating. So that's a win-win. So be prepared, get one step ahead. If you've been around long, you know that stress is part of everyday life. So don't be surprised when things don't go as planned or when something comes up to try to intrude on your workout time. I've been doing more time blocking, which has been great, but also led to some stress towards the end of last week because things came up and I wasn't getting my plan done like I wanted to. So what I really should have done is allowed myself a little more buffer, a little more space between my activities, and that would have maybe allowed me to kind of breeze through them easier and not get stressed when something came up. So when it comes to your workout, we have to prepare ahead of time. Set your clothes out before you go to bed if you plan to work out first thing in the morning, or pack them the night before if you plan to hit the gym after work. Don't forget to be prepared in the kitchen as well. Pack up some healthy snacks and bags you can grab and go. I love just using little Ziploc bags and putting things like carrots, bell peppers, whatever veggies you like in there. Consider doing some prep work before the work week starts. There's a lot of ways to get one step ahead of the week, and that's just one. So be grateful. This is number 4. Think about all of the things that you're grateful for. This just takes a few minutes, and you can even do this as you drift off to sleep or as you're laying in bed in the morning. Just thinking about what you're grateful for. If you're willing to invest a little more time and a little more money, so I have mine. Oh, my gratitude journal. I love this gratitude journal. This is by Clever Fox. I used this one. Before this one, I used a different one that I loved. I love too, but I think this is one of my favorites. So this has things that walks you through in the morning and evening, and it just makes, if you make this part of your routine, I think you'll really enjoy it, and you'll notice the positive differences it can make in how you feel. And I will have this link in the comments when this video posts. So I love it. But it's just a daily gratitude journal. All right, get curious. If you aren't truly hungry, but you find yourself wanting to eat or eating anyway, try to understand why. A great way to get to the bottom of why you're reaching for food to cope is to keep a journal. So here are some questions you can ask yourself to get to the bottom of the issue, the real issue. Make note of when you overeat or or when you want to. Maybe jot down how you're feeling. Like what prompted that? Like you had a bad day, you had an argument, what was it? Write down what happened and the feeling. How do you think the food is going to help? Think about it. Really think about it. Will the food or eating something really indulgent help in the situation? And what steps can you take towards resolving the issue at hand, the real issue? So I found myself at the end of last week being frustrated. And I even took my planner, which I have been doing like time blocking, and I kind of like tossed it. I was just frustrated. I'm like, so irritated. This isn't working, but it had really worked all week. I'd gotten a lot done, but I just, realized I was pushing myself too much. So now I'm going to take some time and, like I said, give myself some additional space in my day. So I'm going to resolve the issue at hand by making myself feel less pressure, but yet still working with my system, if that makes sense. All right. Number 6, be nice to yourself. Times get tough and sometimes we slip and we can get really upset with ourselves. And, I don't want to predict anything negative, but it's going to happen. But instead of throwing in the towel, heading for the ice cream, remind yourself of that things just happen. You don't have to be perfect. Just make the next eating experience a better one. Wait until you're hungry, make a healthier choice next, etc. And be nice. When you find yourself talking so bad, to yourself, say, ask like, would I say that to a friend or would I talk like that to my child? And then maybe flip that around. What advice would I give my friend? What advice would I give my child? And this is really helpful in just kind of moving on past that situation. So do you find it's hard to be consistent with eating in a healthier way? Are you struggling with weight? Do you want to feel normal around food? Do you want to stop dieting? Well, I recommend that you follow me on YouTube or send me an email, laura@afcessentials.com. And I'm happy to help. We can set up a free call if that's what you like. But just know that you're not alone. And there's lots of things you can do to feel better. Create a great day and a great week, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.